So why are you losing money in the stock market? This is a very common question. I have to answer it. I have to be very detailed. Stay tuned. What's up? Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here answering your questions. Before I begin with this important question, click the little subscribe button, click the little ringing bell, get notified when I have a video lesson because I'm here to help you. That's all I want to do. Too many people messaged me. They said, I'm losing my money. I've lost my money. What do I do? First of all, don't feel bad. 90% of traders lose, so you're just like pretty much everybody else. How do you get into the roughly 10% of traders who profit consistently? Well, that's not an exact science, okay? I wish that I could just give you an exact formula and then off you go and then you're profitable, but it's not. You have to find what works for you. We are all different. And as somebody who's been now teaching for 10 plus years, I've had so many different students who excel at different things. So don't try to be exactly like any other trader. Instead, I would say, look, try to take a little something from every trader. Me and all of my top students show all of our trades, not just profit screenshots, so that you can learn our process. And I want you to say, hey, Tim Sykes has this good process with cutting losses quickly. Tim Grittani, stays in the trade longer. Michael Goode is very meticulous. Croock is, very, kind of trades a lot. Roland, likes dip buys. Look at all of my most successful students and see what works for them and then try to implement that in your trading. Why do you lose is because maybe you just started, maybe you don't know that this is a game about adapting and tinkering and refining your process. Tim Grittani, my top student who has now made over $8 million, he didn't make any money for 9 months. He didn't lose that much, but he was not consistently profitable for his first 9 months while he was studying. He was still living at home, working, I think, as State Farm as an insurance agent, but he was studying and he was tinkering. So the money that you make or you lose in the beginning is negligible. You have to find what you're good at. You have to find your patterns. You have to find your process. We're all in different time zones, so find your different time zones. I have students sometimes who just trade at the market open, some students who trade just to the market close, some students who like the midday perk. Find different patterns and see what you're best at. And it's not just one pattern. Sometimes you might get really good at one pattern and then it stops working. You gotta adapt. When I made my first million basically buying penny stock breakouts, that was fantastic. But then penny stock breakouts disappeared in year 2000 when the markets were crashing. I was forced to adapt and learn short selling, which I did. So if you are losing money, it's not the end of the world. First, minimize your losses, okay? If you're constantly losing money on every trade, recognize that you're losing and say, hey, I'm tired of losing 10% on every trade. When the trade goes against me by, let's say, 2 or 3%, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna cut it because I don't wanna lose 10%. You can manage your losses. But at the same time, if you keep losing and losing and losing on trades and one strategy or something like that, try the opposite. Okay? If you keep losing trying to dip buy crashes, well, maybe you spotted a pattern that the crashes are just keep going. So instead of buying where you normally lose, why not go the opposite way and short sell? If you're losing every single time buying, then what will happen if you short sell at the exact same time? You'll probably win more. So you need to think outside the box. And losses, while they suck, while they're very disheartening, while they're frustrating, they teach you what not to do. And that's a useful lesson. Every single trader has to learn what not to do, even though it's not a fun process. But for me, some of my biggest losses were my best teachers. And they stunk. They gave me, drinking problems galore, confidence problems galore, but I never wanted that again, so I studied harder and I was decisive in my studying. I was very obsessed with saying, hey, I'm tired of being a loser, I'm tired of losing. Because I have gone through phases where I've lost. But that should just push you harder to not do that anymore. You don't want that taste of defeat in your mouth anymore. So push yourself. Start trying different patterns. Start using stocks to trade more. We have 40 plus scans built in. I'll post a link just below this video for stocks to trade with a a special offer just to inspire you, just to encourage you to use it. Try different scans, try different patterns, okay? One loss is not the end of you, especially if, like I said, you minimize it and you contain those losses. I have a lot of top students who lose quite often. They lose 30, 40, 50% of the time, but they keep them compact so that their gains are bigger. So that's what you have to do. You cannot just let a loss ruin you. You cannot just let a loss run. Rule number one is cut losses quickly. And if you do have these losses, you learn what not to do. You learn what you stink at. So you have to keep testing, keep tinkering, keep trying. You will and you can turn it around if you give yourself enough time. Some people let the losses beat them and they say, oh, I suck at trading, I give up. 4 months in, 5 months, 6 months in. They expect to be masters of the stock market after a few weeks or a few months. It doesn't work like that. Stock market is open all the time. You have years and decades to master it. So give yourself that chance. If you have losses, learn from them, minimize them, and turn it around over time. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've had some losses. I'll try to give you some, nice words of encouragement. It's not the end of the world. It's only the end of the world if you quit, if you let the losses get to you. Otherwise, learn to beat them, learn to turn it around over time. Hey, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope that they help you. I want to share everything that I've learned over the years. You can check out more videos right over there. And also click subscribe so that you can watch all of these videos, get that knowledge, and become my next millionaire student.